Hi, thanks for joining me today. In this video, I'll be doing a flip of some birthday cards that I made recently. And just to recap, flip is just my way of making different cards in different styles. So flat cards, layered cards, interactive cards, pop-up cards, and when I'm feeling really ambitious or I have a lot of cards to make, I add paper quilling, custom envelopes, and from the loads of scraps and discards at the end, I turn those into cards as well. Today I'll just be doing a regular flip and I'll be using the Scrapping for Less Let's Celebrate monthly card kit. I'm not a subscriber of their monthly card kit, but sometimes they have their past kits available for sale, and so I picked this one up. If you're not familiar with their card kits, and I wasn't until just recently, it does come with 4 mini theme packs, which is something that's very unique to their card kits. And each of the mini packs does come with a handful of 6x6 decorative papers. And what you get may differ from what somebody else gets, but it's within, that theme. So you won't get like a full stack, but you do get several sheets. And it always includes a small stamp set and some ephemera or embellishments. So I'm using within the Let's Celebrate card kit, I'm using the Happy Birthday mini theme pack. And in my flat card, I'm achieving layers by cutting out that oval aperture window and then layering some of the die cuts from a different die set that I have on the inside of the card. So that's how I'm able to keep the card flat essentially, but still have some depth and some interest and some layers. The layers are just on the inside. So I'm going for a look of having these balloons hold up that happy banner, which is actually a die cut from the Sizzix 3D drop-in die set, I believe. And one of the things with the Scrapping for Less card kits is that there are sort of 2 versions of their monthly card kit. You can get the base version, which comes with the 4 mini theme packs, or you can get sort of the upgraded version with a 5th theme pack, which usually includes some multimedia material as well as a die set or a die. So the 4 mini theme packs generally don't include dies in them. It's just a small stamp, a set of 6x6 decorative papers, and embellishments. And they'll differ, but they'll all be within sort of that larger theme. So in this case, the monthly theme was Let's Celebrate. I'm using the Happy Birthday mini theme pack, but included in that card kit was also a celebration for a new baby, and I think there was one that celebrated friendship, and I don't remember off the top of my head the 4th one, but let me look that up. So, ice cream celebrations. Oh, that was a fun one too. It's got a cute ice cream sundae die set. So, okay, this is my layered card, and you've probably seen this style of card before. It's an exploding box card, and there are several different die sets out there that you can get that will cut the pieces to make this. I just designed it in Photoshop and then passed it through my Cricut machine to cut out the structure of the box. So I don't have one of those die sets. I just figured this was something that I could kind of figure out and design on my own, and so that's what I did. But I am using the cardstock that's included in the Happy Birthday mini theme pack, and I'm going to decorate the panels on the inside and the outside of the box. And what's nice is that this box will fold down flat and will fit in a standard A2 size envelope. But when you open it up, then the box will stand up on its own, and as well, you can include things that pop up out of the box. And here, I knew that I would be using decorative paper to decorate the panels of the box, so I didn't use my Cricut machine to cut that out. Mostly because I'm using pretty thin origami paper. That's the solid paper that you see. The pattern paper that comes in this card kit, it's pretty thick, and it's that sort of got that glossy finish to it. So that's why I'm putting so much tape on it, because things that are a little glossy tend to tend to need a little bit more glue to really get a strong stick. But I went with origami paper because it's thinner, and I wanted to make sure that there wasn't too much bulk being added to the card. But at the same time, I wanted to have just a little bit of interest, because a lot of these patterns are very busy. So just having that little matted layer of solid color helps to sort of tone it down a little bit. And there are, like I said, a lot of different die sets out there that you can find that will cut these pieces out for you. And once you have the basic box done, then you can add whatever you want on those three sort of inner layers, where I've got the that blue cardstock. It's just scraps. So those are what I'm going to be using to adhere to my ephemera, and kind of stick those onto the divider panels within the box. So it doesn't take a lot of glue, just a little bit to adhere onto each of the elements, and you could fit a lot more in than what I've done. And I like to the ephemera that comes in this card kit, they're pretty large actually, and so they really do a good job of sort of filling in this box. So that's my layered card. It's just a nice, fun card. My nieces are young, and so I think having all of these fun, bright colors are a really great fit. So with this card, I'm using actually a Pink and Main puzzle die, and it perfectly cuts out an A2 panel into these puzzle pieces. And so my idea is to just keep the outside of the card really simple, have the one puzzle piece on the outside, and include all of those little puzzle pieces inside the card, so my niece can put the puzzle together as just a fun little activity to do, especially now that they are so limited in what they can do, what with stay-at-home orders. And the stamp set that I'm using is actually from Pink and Main as well. It accompanies their sort of line of puzzle related collection of dies and stamps, and I just think it's really super cute. And so there you have it. It's such a simple card, and very, very fast to put together. And sometimes I really enjoy putting together these more simple cards, because you don't always, or at least I don't always, have the time to put hours into a single card. And especially this time of year, I have a lot of birthdays. There's Mother's Day, Father's Day, and about a dozen birthdays all within 2 months. So I really appreciate being able to put a simple card together. And so, to be honest, the only thing out of the card kit that I'm using here is that beautiful paper. I am using Pink and Main dies and stamps for pretty much everything else. So, this flip isn't so much about, how to use this card kit. It's more just how I made these birthday cards, and I tried to use the card kit as much as possible. This is my last card, and it's my pop-up card. And so I like to keep the outside of my pop-up cards really, really simple so that they are even more surprised when they open the card and there's something exciting on the inside. Um, so on the outside there, that's just one of the decorative papers that comes in this mini theme pack. And I'm using that solid blue is actually one of the solid cardstocks that is included in the card kit. And that's the nice thing about this card kit is that it does have the 4 mini theme packs, but then they do include A4 size paper and solid cardstock. And it's really good quality cardstock as well, very thick paper. And it all sort of matches and goes with the 4 different mini theme packs that are included in the card kit. And so this mini theme pack is pretty generous with ephemera, so there's some more pieces here, and I did actually buy an additional ephemera pack for this because I wasn't too sure how much came with the card kit. So I do think I broke into that to get a second I think cake. I'm not sure. I doubled up on one thing between this and the exploding box card. But for the most part, you really do get a lot in this card kit. And as you can see, I made 4 cards just using the one theme pack out of the 4 that come in the card kit. So and I had leftovers too. I didn't use up everything within this mini theme pack. For the letters in Emma's name, it's just white cardstock that then I applied Cosmic Shimmer to. And so I think I used 2 different ones. The red and the yellow have a little bit of a sparkly sort of glitter finish to it. It's got a little bit more sparkle. And the M and the A they are part of their opalescent shimmers that are they work on both dark and light cardstock. And these are polishes that you can use in a variety of different ways. So they're great to use on embossed cards, so you can run a sheet of cardstock through your embossing folder and then just lightly sort of polish the surface with these polishes. They're really great. I mean, they're so fun to use, and they come in a lot of different colors. And similar to the exploding box card, this is another style of card that there are die sets available for you to purchase, and they will cut out the mechanism. But I again saw these style cards on YouTube videos, I think, and thought I think I can figure out how to make that. And so I designed it in Photoshop and used my Cricut to cut out the basic pieces. So but definitely I know for sure Spellbinders has a die set. It's I think one of their dies of the month. Because I actually have it. It went on sale and I bought it. I just haven't tried it yet. I wanted to see if the mechanism is the same as what I'm doing, but as well, their die comes with some different, very pretty decorative panels, and matte, dies that cut the matted layers and stuff, and so well worth it, even though I have the Cricut file to cut out my own. So here's a recap of my 4 cards. This is my flat card, which just uses an aperture window with some die cuts on the inside to kind of create that layered look, even though it's not layered. My layered card is an exploding box card, and so folds down nicely, but then it pops up to kind of reveal a fun box of goodies. My interactive card is a puzzle card. So I've got the one puzzle piece on the outside, and then all the pieces are in a little baggie on the inside. And I did put double-sided adhesive on the back of the cardstock before I ran it through my die cutting machine. So all of those puzzle pieces are actually little stickers that my niece can then use and actually stick to the front of her card. And my final card is a pop-up card, which is very simple, just uses the decorative paper on the outside, but pops up this exploding banner for her on the inside. And I do like to add a personal touch to my cards when I can, and so it's a fun way to really personalize and make somebody feel really special to know that that card was made just for them. And that's it. So that's my flip of my birthday cards, and this is just me having a play. I wanted to see how easy or how hard it would be to put the puzzle together without having a final image of what it's supposed to look like. And as I suspected, because it's just words, it's pretty easy to figure out what goes where, and there are also different fonts, which also makes it really easy to figure out intuitively how it's supposed to come together. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you'll stay tuned for my next video. Happy crafting!